What's going on, y'all? Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. I want y'all to hit that like button and sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit them notifications so that you're able to get all of my content and as well as all of my videos, okay? Oh, man. Where can we start? First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Taylor Swift for winning this damn game for the Chiefs, okay? They showed Taylor Swift more than they showed the game. That's what I was just saying. I mean, like do you got to show her every 5 minutes? Golly, man. I remember when it was the time in sports when they always showed, just the game. Every now and then they would show the commentators. Now they want to show Taylor Swift. They want to show Gwen Stefani. They want to show Ice Spice. You know what I'm saying? They want to show LeBron James. I mean, damn, can we? Okay, yeah, we seen them. But it was like, the highlight was on Taylor Swift. We see her all the time. God, no. In the Grammys, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. No, I'm just bullshitting, no. But congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. I want to take my hats off and salute to the San Fran 49ers, man. I really thought they had them in the bag, but that 322 million invested into the Chiefs by Taylor Swift. She biting her nails. She like, she gonna get some people fired. Then you got to couple that with Travis Kelce getting heat. Man, I don't know, man. I'm gonna talk about that in a separate video. Okay, I'm gonna get all there. I know some people want to hear my thoughts on the game. Okay. So the Chiefs, they defeat the 49ers 25-22, led by Patrick Mahomes. He won the MVP. My feelings on that, the Super Bowl MVP. Congratulations to him. But Pat Mahomes started off awful, just like I was saying he started off awful in the regular season, okay? But I'm going to get to that in just a minute. People don't understand. They were like, wow. Some people were actually shocked that the 49ers were playing as good as they did. I wasn't shocked by it at all because the Chiefs came in at 2-point underdogs. That's what people have to realize. They came in as a 2-point underdog against the 49ers. And as I was saying about the Pat Mahomes, him winning that Super Bowl MVP, that put him up there with Joe Montana as the him and Joe Montana have won it 3 times, and now he just trails Tom Brady. That's why when you saw the little thing with Brady passing the Lombardi Trophy over to Pat Mahomes. But really, man, they're pushing that narrative now, and they're like, okay, will he pass Brady? Some people want to see that and some people don't. I don't think the media truly wants to see it deep down inside, but that's what they're pushing for. Now, but in my opinion, Pat Mahomes shouldn't have got the MVP. Okay. The reason is because it was the defense, the whole entire defense for Kansas City. They should have got the MVP because they kept them up in it. They held the 49ers. I'm sorry about that. The 49ers defense held the Kansas City Chiefs 10-0 in the first half. Okay. And it was going into the second half, okay? And don't worry, I know some people are gonna want me to talk about Travis Kelce and Andy Reid. I'm gonna get to that in just a second. But the first half was evident that the 49ers were coming in there and they were trying to take control of this game. I thought that Shanahan did a pretty good job. A couple of errors in the first half, but for the most part, I thought that they were going to go ahead and win it. This could have been actually a blowout game, but before that first half, that's when you were seeing. I was wondering why they weren't targeting Kelsey. Now, to talk about that, listen, man, Travis Kelsey, man, that was unlike him, man. I think Taylor Swift has really gotten into the dude's head, man, for real. There was no reason for him to do that to Andy Reid. I understand your competitiveness and your competitive fervor or whatnot, but at the same token, man, you got to keep your cool. There was no reason for him to do that. I know some people are gonna be, probably disagree with me, but I really don't give a fuck. You shouldn't have did that shit. Okay? And Andy Reid, he's already a championship proven coach. Y'all have been through the trenches together. Why are you gonna do some shit like that? Now, I know he was only targeted, one time and for one catch. And then, eventually he went on to finish with 93 yards. But there was a method. I felt like there was a method to Andy Reid's madness. Plus, they weren't on the same page. The running backs were fumbling. Pat Mahomes looked so uncharacteristic in the first half, and this was a tale of how they had been playing. Listen, a lot of people don't. This isn't surprising. The Chiefs have been playing like this since the beginning of the season, and that's what I said. If you go back and you go listen to my videos, I told people they played horrible. Okay, so this wasn't surprising of how the Chiefs have played. They're always known to do this. They have done this when they played numerous of teams, and so, but like I said, it's not how you start. It's how you finish. But it happens. Now it's going to be interesting to see if this is going to go ahead and push Andy Reid into retirement. Many coaches wouldn't have stood for that shit. And Andy Reid, I don't think he's gonna stand for it. That's just my personal opinion. He probably just gonna go ahead. He's like, you know what? I'm sick of this shit. I got my third ring. I'm out of this bitch. That's what he gonna do. Now, the Chiefs ended up, scoring 19 points in the second half. And we also got to remember that Travis Kelsey, I think, if I'm not mistaken, not Travis Kelsey, Pat Mahomes, in all of his 4 Super Bowls that he done played in, he's always trailed by double digits. Okay? And so that, we have to realize that, that's why, everybody was all, oh man, the 49ers fans were celebrating and all that. I'm like, okay, well, hold your horses, because we are talking about Pat Mahomes. He's been down double digits before in the Super Bowl, not just in, regular games. We're talking about everything for the marbles, and he loves that type of pressure. The key play of the game is when Pat Mahomes had threw that 52-yarder to Hardman. I think that was the key play. And then, of course, that set it up for them to get a score. and that pretty much was the key game or key points of the game. But this pretty much was a defensive game all throughout the whole entire game. This wasn't no offense or shoot it out type of game or any of that stuff. This was a line of scrimmage game with both of the offenses not looking that superb at all. It just wasn't. It wasn't a pretty game at all. And honestly, I like games like that. I like low scoring games. I didn't want to see a blowout. The fact that we got to see, an overtime game. I think this was the second overtime game in history, if I'm not mistaken. That was phenomenal. Uh, Brock Purdy, he did what he could do, but the Chiefs defense also, you just can't say enough about them, because if it was not for the Chiefs defense, 49ers would have had this game. I know people are going to say, oh yeah, it was Mahomes, he was brilliant. I had a friend, texting me talking about Mahomes and all this other stuff. No, because Usher Usher performed better than Pat Mahomes did. You know what I'm saying? Couple with Alicia Keys. Oh my God. But anyway, man, yeah, shout out to them, man. It was a wonderful Super Bowl. It was a good Super Bowl performance, halftime show performance. I like that. But Pat Mahomes, he finished with 333 yards, 34 out of 36 completion, one touchdown, one interception, and I think he had 66 yards on the ground. And got to give it to Mahomes. He was able to get MVP. Now, I'm wondering, it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with the 49ers team, because I know a couple guys are going to want to get paid. I also am interested to see what's going to take place with Debo, because Debo hadn't he hadn't been the same since he had that shoulder injury. I know they listed him to play and everything, but they had him go back there again. So we're gonna have to see what goes on with the 49ers. Are they going to keep that core together? Also, I want to see, it's going to be interesting to see if some people are going to go after Fred Warner. Fred Warner is the guy that I would love to have over there in Tampa. I mean, I would like to have Fred Warner. I've been high on Fred Warner since about for the past 2 seasons. I just have, and I said if there was going to be a defensive MVP, you should have gave it to him. But it was a great Super Bowl. Besides the fact that they kept showing Taylor Swift, I wish they wouldn't keep doing that. Nothing personal against Taylor Swift. She a good young talent and all that, but I mean, come on now, you're making it too obvious, man. We already know that the woman done, tipped to being a billionaire, and how much, stock she has into the Kansas City Chiefs. And we know the love fest that's going on with her and Travis Kelce, you know what I'm saying? But hey, that's what people thrive off of. They thrive off of the drama and everything. But Travis Kelce shouldn't have did that, man. That wasn't cool. And I like Travis Kelce. I don't have anything against Travis Kelce, but that wasn't cool, man. That wasn't cool. You got to be better than that. You know, I started to question Travis Kelce when he even talked about possibly considering retirement. It was like it was in an article or something that I seen, and I was like, man, this, Taylor Swift got him thinking, something else. But before that, he was all focused. Travis Kelce, was a personality, but he human just like anybody else. But he should have did better than that. There was no reason to do that. So that's my thoughts on the game. Again, congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not a hater of the Kansas City Chiefs like some of these other motherfuckers is. Matter of fact, I salute Pat Mahomes. I just knew that that's what the media truly wanted in comparison to Lamar Jackson, But hey, Lamar Jackson got a regular season MVP, And on top of that, Pat Mahomes, he was able to get a Super Bowl MVP, coupled that with the Lombardi. So we got, two black quarterbacks, what I'm saying? And on top of that, we have multiple black quarterbacks that was playing throughout this entire playoffs. When you talk about CJ, when you talk about Jordan Nelson for Green Bay, when you talk about Lamar Jackson, and then when you talk about Pat Mahomes. I mean, what more can you ask for? So I'm proud. I'm proud of it. You know what I'm saying? So, but Pat Mahomes, he showed toughness. I really don't think he should have got the MVP. That's just my personal opinion. But he got it. And I knew, they were going to give it to him even if he made one dynamic play. And that's all he needed was that 52-yarder to Hardman in order to, somewhat seal the deal. So, y'all let me know what you think, man. Your opinions might be different. Make sure you like the video, share, subscribe. Also hit the notifications. Until then, it's straight to the point, sports and entertainment. I'll get at y'all later.